Welcome to the FFL America podcast studio. I'm sitting here with Mr. Bryan Contreras.
Yeah, boy.
And Mr. Josh Lockhart.
Good morning.
All right, so today I'm excited to be able to do this quick podcast just to talk about, I think it's very obvious to say that if you're selling insurance, Family First Life is the best place in the entire industry to be selling insurance, but I like to argue that if you're selling period, Family First Life is the best place to be. Best business ever, best opportunity out there on the market, and everybody here on this podcast today, very unique background. All of us come from the direct sales and network marketing world, a world where a lot of us cut our teeth, a world where we found some success, but nothing in comparison to Family First Life. It's a place that got us to dream and understand what's possible and show us the value of building a team and sharing an amazing opportunity. And when you find an opportunity like Family First Life, and you hear us say best business ever, people want to know, well, why is it the best business ever? So that's really what we're going to be talking about here today. So I'm here with Bryan, and where are you from, Bryan?
Vegas.
Las Vegas. Let's
Yes,
go.
yeah.
So give us your background, just a little bit of your story, kind of what you were doing before this, how you found your way into the direct sales MLM industry, how you found your way to Family First Life, and just, I guess, major differences that you see between the two.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me on, guys. We built different MLMs for years. Me and my brother, our family, had different experience with different companies. And as soon as I saw this, I was, at first my brother kind of hits me up with the life insurance thing. And I'm like, oh, man, another scheme. Because I was just done with the last company. I was done trying to convince people to be entrepreneurs. And, he shows me this and he explains the leads. And I was like, dude, that's huge. I mean, where else can you just buy your clients, like purchase interest? That's insane. I mean, I was thinking about that even at the last corporate job I had, right? Because most people that have an MLM business, it's on the side. It's never really, it's like full-time as much as you can, and, unless you want to leave your job and make, turn it from a side hustle to a main thing. But I was always looking for something where I could, not only make money myself, but I think the big thing is as a person who cares about other people and wants to lead, it's seeing other people, like you have your team and they're struggling in the multi-level industry and you're like, dude, I'm on the top of this pyramid per se and they're struggling. Like, I want them to make money, and as soon as I saw this, I understood that this was not only good for a person that just wants to sell, but somebody that wants to build a team because you can really see your people flourish. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
I think it's important just to note that, this isn't the We Hate MLM podcast because we all love MLM and that's something that our background is derived upon. However, we had found some success ourselves, but we weren't able to help some of the people that we shared the dream with find that same level of success that the same place that we were able to get to. Maybe we helped a couple of people get there, but the vast majority of people weren't able to get there in that same period of time as we did. So I love Family First Life because, at least in my background, I had a pretty large organization, 1,200 people, 1,500 people. You earn a six-figure income in some specific companies, generally. And here, I have 90 agents, which is, fantastic. It's wild the difference that you can find here in this business. So, Josh, let's hear your background a little bit, and then let's dig into a couple of the different differences between that type of business and this business.
For sure. I spent almost 14 years in network marketing. Actually started in the life insurance industry 15 years ago, date myself a little bit, and got recruited into network marketing, made a career out of it, got to a pretty healthy six-figure income, big months that you were talking about, and it was probably even worse for me that no one on my team, maybe there was like one or two people that could pay their bills sometimes, and that was really, really disheartening, and I'm like, well, I didn't know how to get it to the next level because, sure, I was doing okay, but if you can't help other people pay their bills from a team building aspect, you're always going to have that burn and turn, cycling through people. And, after all that time, I just was over it. And as soon as I saw this, I said, well, not only can I go out and produce and, probably triple my income, but because of because of high comp and leads and all the things that we have here, I know that people can come here and have success, not, maybe a year or two from now, but, next week.
So I think a couple of the major differences, so you kind of touched on it when we first started. We have warm buyer leads. We can buy interested prospects. The basis in network marketing is a friends and family model. who do I know? Who do you know? Hey, Bryan, you just got started. Make a list of 100 friends and family, and let's reach out to them and talk to them. And, we all did that. And the basis of your success in that business is determined 100% upon if you have social influence and if your friends and family will support you in the launch of your business. Okay, and of course, you can grind it out and you can talk to thousands of people and you can make that business work. But if your friends and family don't support you, where are you going to go? You're going to go to the mall and talk to, Grady says, the proactive girl at the kiosk, or you're going to go to Chili's and you're going to recruit the server. Yeah. Whereas here, we're able to sell life insurance to people who are requesting the information. So there's no convincing anybody of anything. They're already requesting the information versus, hey, I've got this amazing potion or lotion or product, and I'm going to convince you why this would improve your life. And the product very well may improve your life. I probably have about $300-400 a month in auto ships to network marketing companies because they have phenomenal products. Yeah. But I would have to convince you why maybe you need that product versus you've already told me that you need life insurance, and my job is just to facilitate that request. That's it. So, Josh, what would you say some other major differences that you found from that industry to this industry?
Well, yeah, back to the list thing. I remember my first list was 23 people. I don't know what kind of business you're going to build. You failed. With 23 people. But, and not only that, I was with one company, and I know you guys did several things, but I would say, what do you think is the ability for those companies to actually generate leads for their distributors? It's very difficult, because there's so many other things that you can go, and they're cheaper. Or in my case, you couldn't do it. So how do you even generate leads other than just going? First, you have to find somebody, then convince them that they are even interested, and then present, and then hopefully they get it. You're spending.
Well, that is lead generation, technically.
Well, right, but you can't just throw money at it. You can't, generate it on social media or whatever else. You have to do that. So, very, very, very difficult. And then not to mention, one of the things that was big for me is, we're putting our business with, 15, 20 carriers. And so in network marketing, usually you're putting your faith into a company. They say that you own your book of business. You're not, you're renting it. Because if they want to change the comp tomorrow, if they want to do something different tomorrow, your distributor agreement says they can do what they want to do when they want to do it, and you just have to go along with it. And the question I had to ask myself was, 20, 30 years from now, how am I 100% convicted that I can put my family's financial future in this company with the residual income? And, I don't know what percent confidence I had, but it was definitely not 100%. And if it's not 100%, why should I even do it for one more minute?
Right.
That's fair.
Well, then you also look at, sorry to interrupt you, bro, but you look at retention. You look at your team, turnover. I came from corporate staffing right before this, and you have to replace people all the time because people are leaving and going, and they're finding better things, and this, that, the other. We have the best transaction times out of any industry I've seen. Real estate, solar. We can walk in a home and an hour later we're collecting a check, 30 minutes later. That time frame is insane compared to the time they have to put in and the work, and there's no match to it. On top of that, we can serve everybody in the family, the grandma, the grandchild, the parents. You can only sell one house to one family at a time, one solar to a house that can even fit the panels. And they take weeks to get paid, whereas our transaction time is an hour. We get paid within a few days to a week, and we can serve an infinite amount of people as long as people are still being born, right?
Yeah, there's a big, if you go online and you're, looking at anything about entrepreneur sales, there's this big thing between high ticket and volume sales, right? So it's like high ticket, real estate or big courses or whatever else, and people get excited about that. But, that's definitely a niche market. And then volume, that's kind of what, network marketing is, you build a big volume. And I think life insurance it's so scalable. It has so much scale to where it's that sweet spot in between, high ticket and high volume. It's amazing.
Sure. Absolutely. So just kind of as we close this out, if you're anybody out there who, like us, has jumped from opportunity to opportunity, trying to find your home, Family First Life could be that home for you. So what are your closing thoughts to anybody who they're looking for an opportunity. They're not sure if maybe life insurance is the place for them. It's a place that, no one ever grows up and says, I want to be a life insurance agent when I grow up. I know that was definitely not me. What's some closing advice to somebody who's maybe looking at Family First Life and they're maybe wanting to make a transition?
Yeah, I think transparency, right? I think Family First has the most I've seen out of any company just people I've talked to, entrepreneurs, and I think that's the proof, right? You examine the root and you examine the fruit. It's that simple. If you want to check this out, validate it by having these conversations. You'll notice, we even have a CEO that regulates his own people. That's unheard of in the politics of the multi-level world. And again, we're not on a crusade, but we're just trying to help people that are in that position that are wondering, man, is this a good move? Yeah, when you got a CEO that doesn't have favorites, doesn't play politics, and is willing to help out any agent, and there's no corporate structure between him, he's available, that's insane. Nobody has a CEO like that. And the ones that do, they worship them. Nobody worships Sean Mike. That guy is he lives his life on purpose, and he doesn't like the praise, he doesn't like the recognition, and that's why he gets it, because people truly love and appreciate what he's done for his agents. And I think that's the mark of a strong organization that doesn't boast about how great their leaders are, but they're already doing that. The agents are the evidence of that leadership. So just look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd add one more thing is kind of on that note is the alignment. I've been in part of opportunities where you mentioned the corporate structure. it gets very about profitability over growth, right? So we have to tweak this, squeeze this margin, take this commission down, do this. So, the corporation, the equity partners can have more profits, and that's fantastic for them, right? But I need to feed my family. And when I showed up here, I'm like, I've never seen an operation where the field is more in alignment with the corporate office, and they're making decisions. We just had a call on the way over. It was like, every time I turn around, they're making it better for us.
Yes.
So it's exciting.
Yeah, Sean intentionally, he puts the clients first, the agents second, and the company last. And he goes, as long as it helps the clients and it doesn't hurt the agents and doesn't hurt the company, that's what we're going to do. So best business ever. We're excited to be here. And if you're looking over the fence and you're wondering, is the grass greener on the other side? Typically, the grass is greener where you water it, but in this case, the grass is greener. So thank you guys so much, and we hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.